Hello, everybody. This is Chris from the Stewart Buzz. We are here today, and the conversation today, Kayla will be joining us shortly. She is in surgery right now. As soon as she gets out of surgery, because, she now is a doctor, and she is going to be joining us. But in the meantime, our discussion today is how to re-energize yourself, recoup, get this energy back that when you were drained over the weekend, or maybe you're working too hard, and how do you rebound from that? I know there's so many ways to be able to do that, and people do it in so many different ways. Some people meditate, which I do not do. I forget the beginning of the logo. Let's try it. I don't know if that came across, but if it did, that was fun. Okay, so some people meditate, some people go shopping, some people lay on the beach, some people go to the pool, some people just chill, watch Family Feud. Oh, that's me. But there are different ways of coping with re-energizing yourself, especially if you're kind of hitting rock bottom these days and you kind of feel useless, or you kind of feel kind of at the bottom, and you're trying to work yourself your way up, and you kind of get caught up in your own emotions, and you kind of like, oh, God, this is too much, I can't do this, but you really can. So Kaylee's going to give her version. I'm going to give my version. But I do believe that Kaylee's version is probably better than my version, because my version is falling asleep on the couch. But I don't. So people ask me, do you get tired when you're doing readings all day? I don't typically get tired from doing them. When I am done, I get a little bit tired, but I sort of get a bit of a high in a way when you're doing readings back to back to back to back. If they're insightful, if they're useful readings. I had just done a reading recently, and it just, like, there's just nothing wrong with the person. I don't understand why people go and get readings if there's like nothing bad in your life going on and everything is wonderful. Why bother coming and getting a reading? I don't understand that. But we'll touch base on that as well. So how I re-energize, I love that. So we have off on like a Wednesday, for instance. If we took off on a Wednesday, we typically run around crazy, get things done. Then we lay by the pool, and typically it's for 1 hour. 1 hour of re-energizing. But I gotta tell you, I get grounded when I get here early, and I sit down in the chair and I'm around all the crystals, and I'm just like zenning out, not worrying about anything. I feel energized that way. But everybody does it in different ways. There is no right way, there is no wrong way. Just so you know, it's whatever works for you. So some people, like I said, will meditate. Some people will go for a run. Some people go for a bike ride, walk on the beach, walk like in Jonathan Dickerson or somewhere around here like that, in the woodsy area, to see nature. There's so many different ways to re-energize yourself. Which way is best for you guys? I'd like you to comment below on which way benefits you to re-energize yourself and to ground yourself again after a tough work week. Because everybody has to work, right? Well, not everybody, but most people have to work. And if you work 5 or 6 days a week, you need some time to re-energize yourself. And let's face it, if you're a youngster, you have good 20, 30 years of work left. You better start practicing how to re-energize yourself without a doubt. But we are going to hear from, what's her name? Her name's Kaylee. I think that's her name. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, is this her now? Oh my God, she looks so re-energized.
Can you turn my microphone on?
Yeah, well, once you sit down and put your headset on.
I heard my name.
Yes. Well, anyway, so you look so re-energized today. What is your amazing secret of looking youthful other than you being youthful?
I laid out by the pool in the sun.
See, that's what I was talking about. That's what I do. But I only do it for 1 hour. How long were you there?
2.
2 hours. And
I think any time in the sun is gonna be, and just doing nothing and just laying in, soaking in the sun is good for you.
okay, so are you also near the ocean or water, natural water?
Yes.
So is it a river?
Yes.
Do you go in the river?
No. There's alligators in there. We have a pet alligator.
It's nice. So you have a pet. What's the pet alligator's name?
Al Capone.
Hey, and why do you feed this alligator?
No.
Like little dogs and stuff like that from the neighborhood?
No.
So why is the alligator's name Al Capone? And is it anybody else's pet alligator or just yours?
Oh no, it's the neighborhood alligator.
Okay, that's nice. Is it friendly?
Seems pretty friendly to me.
Well, he hasn't attacked you yet.
Right.
Alligators don't typically attack people unless you antagonize them.
Yeah, he just chills.
So, I have a question for you. Like, so when you have back to back readings, do you get tired?
Yeah.
I seem to get. Sorry about that. I seem to get energized while I'm doing the readings and then get tired afterward. And that's why I kind of fall asleep on the couch when I get home. But you get tired during the readings. Do you get energized when you get home?
I get pretty tired. I mean, when I get home, I just lay there, you know.
So what are you, like 10? How old are you again?
Relax.
How old are you?
I'm 29.
You're 29.
Yeah.
And you get tired.
Yeah.
29, 39, 49, 59, 69.
Yeah, I know I need to go to the gym.
So you have about 40 years.
I sit a lot. It's true. That's why I'm tired.
That's very true. I'm going to get to that in a minute. You had 40 years of work left.
Yeah, I have to start working out.
40 years of work that you have to deal with.
I used to have more energy, honestly, when I did like serving, and I would constantly be moving around like all the time. I'd be working like in thousands of steps per day. All I do is sit.
And I do thousands. I have a watch that tells me how many I do.
Yeah, I don't do all that many steps, which is why I'm tired.
So,
being honest.
when you work out, the more you work out, the more energy you have.
Right.
I know it's going to sound really crazy, but the more you work out, the more energy you have, the more you sit around, the less energy you have. They're called endorphins, by the way. People who run marathons still have a high when they're doing it. They may crash the day after, but that's absolutely normal. So you're taking on quite the task of full-time job and coming here, running around crazy. You gifted yourself to have another day off, which you deserve, without a doubt. How's that working for you?
I think it's good. I think that the biggest thing is like being out in nature on that day off, because I think being in nature honestly helps with like recharging. So again, like being in the sun or like that sort of thing.
By the alligator.
Yeah, well, yeah, but like even if I were to have a day off and just sit on my phone all day, I'm gonna be exhausted. I'm going to be so tired. I'm going to be drained still. Like, it just doesn't work that way. Like,
But you bring your phone to the pool.
Yeah, but I'm not on it at the pool, you know?
So why bring it?
Huh? I don't, in case there's an emergency.
There's no emergency.
There's no. You don't know who calls my phone.
Well, that's factual. All right, I'll give you that. Okay, so when I want to re-energize, you know, we get here pretty early. You're still sleeping when we get here, and I sit in the comfortable chair, and I'll just get re-energized. But it is quite funny. So I'm gonna confess to something here, because I'll sit in that chair inside Psychic and the Genie, by the way, and I have been known to fall asleep inside that chair. I mean, the chair's pretty comfortable. You got to admit it. And
It's pretty comfy.
I do. I have fallen asleep. I think twice. I have fallen asleep in that chair, only to wake up and look at my watch. I'm like, oh my god. So I guess at that point I was at the overload of tiredness and not realizing it. I also have a wonderful Bijan who decides that he wants to play at night instead of like, like at 10 o'clock at night looking for his bone. And the dog's not very bright, to be honest with you. I got to tell you. He takes
They're just lovers. That's all they do. They just want to love.
Yeah, well, he can go somewhere else because, he's laying on the bed because, so we got the dog a bed for the bed. So he has his own bed.
They don't lay on that bed.
On the bed. Every once in a while, he'll go on his bed. Most of the time, he has to lay on our feet. But he has this little bone. So he takes his little bone, and he has to eat the bone at the end of the bed to where it falls down
so many
like times. 5 times. And I have to get up every time.
And they're like...
Right, he's looking
at you, and then
he's
they're just like, pick
Dad,
it up.
Can you get the bone for me, Dad? Can you really get the bone for me? Because I really don't want to. I'm little, and I have to just jump up on the bed, and your bed's pretty high. Even I need a ladder to get on the damn thing because I'm a midget too. And honestly, at this point, I have to hide the bone.
I relate.
So
that's how I feel when at night I get home. I finally lay down for the first time in like all day long, right? I get home and I'm like, oh yes, finally. You know that feeling when you first lay down on the couch, right? And all of a sudden, the dog comes up and she brings her ball and she just plops it on me. And she's just waiting there, and then she starts biting at it. She's like, hello? And I'm like, I just laid down.
I know. It's.
Why you want to play now?
Couldn't you have played before?
Yeah, couldn't you have played before?
I mean, like you have all day when I'm not home. You could bring your friends over. I'll leave the back door open. And you could bring the alligator in. You can bring all the other dogs in the neighborhood in. You can have a party.
Yeah, you have the cat.
Right. I mean, there's so many things you could do. I do believe that our dog has an extra key to the house. And he actually lets people in during the time we are not there. Mm-hmm. And I do believe that he actually, it's kind of crazy thinking he lets people in and they play. Because when I get home, so when Jeannie gets home, the dog's needs to play right away. When I get home, the dog runs past me looking for Jeannie. Mm-hmm. I am nothing.
Yeah, that's how it is with Jordan. The dog is Jordan. And then when I'm home by myself, though, the dog is like, oh, so excited to see Kaylee. And then as soon as Jordan walks through the door, it's like, I don't even exist.
Well,
and the dog sleeps, and your dog sleeps at the end of the bed? No, my dog sleeps, here's Jordan.
No, my dog.
Here's me. And the dog literally sleeps in between both of our pillows, like her head is on the pillow, underneath the covers, sleeping like a human.
Right. My dog does that, but my dog doesn't sleep at the end of the bed. He'll chew his bone at the end of the bed, so the bone falls off. And then when he's done doing that, then he'll lay on my legs to go to sleep. That's the reason we got the bed, because I have to keep on moving my legs. And
they probably lay on the beds when we're not there.
Well, he was in the bed twice, and all of about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Because when he moves around, I'm a very light sleeper. I don't know, are you a light sleeper?
No. Very, very heavy sleeper.
And yeah, I mean,
Can't wake me
an
for
earthquake can
anything.
happen, and Jeannie will not wake
Yeah,
up.
that's me. Yeah.
We had a fire alarm. I don't know if you know about condo fire alarms, but they're really loud, and there's all sorts of stuff going on. And you got a 16-story high-rise that has these fire alarms, and you're supposed to evacuate and all that stuff. But we don't evacuate; the place burned down. But we don't leave. Jeannie slept through the whole thing. The dog's barking. I'm outside holding the dog on the 8th floor there. So, but Jeannie, she slept through the whole thing where it says, we have detected a smoke detector. Everybody must evacuate. Please do not use the elevators, but use the stairs. And it's really loud inside the condo. And Jeannie's just like snoring through the entire thing. She's just totally asleep. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. And it goes on for like an hour.
Yeah.
But me, I'm up. If a, like, the slightest noise, I wake up. So I'm the dude that picks up the dog and the bone and all that other stuff. And recharging? How does Jordan recharge?
Playing video games.
Okay, that's recharging. That would get me a little tired.
He's always tired.
But he does sit down a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, what he does, that's his job, is sitting down. What we do, our job is sitting down.
He recharges by going on, like, he likes hikes. He likes going on, like, hikes and taking the dog and going on hikes and stuff.
Does he go on hikes with you, or does he just go on hikes with the dog?
Well, he goes mainly on, like, Mondays and Tuesdays. On his hikes.
Oh, Tuesday. So Tuesday, you're at home, but he's going on a hike.
Yeah, but I'm also working on Tuesday.
No, I know. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You're working.
But then he hasn't gone lately, but he does like to go on the hikes, and that's usually where he gets like all, motivated and stuff. And that's his thing.
I love that because you can see also, if you go to Jonathan Dickinson, you can see a lot of cool stuff over there. But I have not gone there in probably forever.
Right. Hold on, I gotta grab my phone real quick. Can you pause that? Pause it just for a sec. I'll be right back.
She
Grab my.
must be very important. I don't. How do you know it's important? Are you psychic?
If I at least get a message.
You're gonna put your headset on now.
Back.
That's nice. Okay, so we found out how to re-energize. Do you meditate?
I do before bed.
How does one meditate before bed? I don't understand.
I do breathing techniques before I go to bed. When I'm laying in bed is when I meditate. I used to be better at it. Outside of bed, I used to meditate more.
I breathe before I go to bed.
It's meditating.
No, I just breathe. Because if I don't breathe, I'll die. But is there a special way of deep breathing for you?
Yeah, so I do like the breathing in 4, hold 5, breathe out 6. And that tends to get me more in a like a theta state, like really fast. And that just seems to help me, even like falling asleep and staying asleep, it helps me.
Unisom works well. Do you know what that is?
No, it's a Unisom.
A Unisom is an over-the-counter, non-addictive sleep aid.
Yeah, but guess what? We don't even have to take none of that.
I take one. Oh, no. No, I take 3. It's supposed to take 1. But I take 3. And
The natural ways you can just
that is
do
very
some
natural
breathing techniques, and it knocks you out quick. Breathe in 4, hold 5, breathe out 6. Keep doing it.
Can you say that slow, please? Because people aren't going to understand that. Say it again.
Breathe in 4, hold 5, breathe out 6. Breathe in 4.
Okay, I'm sorry. But don't you get tired of counting?
No, because I focus on my breath.
I used to do that when I used to run. And at one time, I used to run a good 10 miles a day when I lived in New York. And I used to, if you can carry on a conversation to run 10 miles, that is a form of breathing too. And I used to sing, but breathing, if you don't concentrate on your breathing, it's better. If you do concentrate on your breathing, you'll tend to get more tired. So I sing. I have, well, back in the day, before you were born, probably, they have these Walkman things that were CDs, non-skippable. Am I keeping you up now?
I did just the breathing technique.
That was like breathe
No,
out.
honestly,
like
I really did. I just did the breathing technique, and that's really what happened.
That's really funny.
I probably shouldn't have done that just now.
I guess you're gonna fall asleep right now.
Yeah, just. But there is breathing techniques that actually re-energize you, that can bring you energy too.
Well, doing martial arts is what I used to do. They have these breathing techniques, almost to the point. Get a little bit of violent thing going on here. Almost to the point where if you do this breathing technique correctly, you empty the stale air in your diaphragm, because there is stale air here.
I'm telling you guys, it works. I don't know what else to tell you. I'm physical proof.
So you see that. There's stale air in your diaphragm. When you do the martial arts breathing technique, you empty all the air out of your diaphragm and refresh it with all brand new air. And you could faint from it, believe it or not.
Do you breathe in, and then when you think you can't breathe in anymore, you keep breathing in, and then you let it all out?
You let it completely
all out. Literally. Yeah.
To the point
where you can't let it out anymore.
Right. I mean, it
resets your system. I heard that from a nurse.
It is totally insane. Mm-hmm. It is a breathing technique that most martial artists do. Mm-hmm. And I got to tell you, it is absolutely amazing. I don't do it as much as I used to, of course. But when I did do it, I loved it. It was great. Other than that, what else is going on in your life over this, since I have not seen you in forever?
I celebrated 2 whole years of sobriety, continuous, and...
Congratulations. Big step.
Thank you.
2 years is
2 whole years. No smoking, no drinking, no nothing.
No nothing.
Nothing. Even I quit nicotine last February.
Was that a question or a statement?
No, that was a statement.
Oh, because it had like a question. Last February? Instead of last February.
Yeah.
You know, you could.
Yeah.
So that's what you did. So just.
That's what I did.
Trying to help you out there.
Yeah.
So 2 years.
2 years.
God, how long have I known you then?
I've been with y'all for like 4 years.
And
since 2021, it's 2025. It's 4 years.
Okay. So
4 years.
And I gotta tell you, you've grown in front of our eyes, and I love that. I think it's amazing. And as you know, that I'm proud of you. You've done all that. And it's funny because I met your mom. Did Jeannie give you the picture of?
Yeah, the kolache
Oh my God.
is so good.
It needs to go away right now. It's like, we were like, oh, we should get ice cream. And Jeannie's like, I think we still have this stuff in the freezer. But that one was really good. That was
Which one was it? The chocolate one?
It's really kick-ass.
It is good.
So, anything psychic happening with you lately? You did readings today?
I did a reading today, yes.
Anything interesting?
Um,
I know you can't talk about the individual, but
yeah.
We met an old friend, by the way.
Who?
Hunsley.
Oh, yeah.
Hunsley came
Yeah,
by,
they came by.
looking good. He had a little bit of gray in his beard. Guess he's getting old now. But it was very good to see him. I don't know if he's even still in the store.
He might still be in there.
We'll take a look. You take over the microphone as I look to see if Hunsley is still in the store.
Yeah, no, I mean, readings have been good. I've definitely been trusting more of like what's going on.
Oh, let's get Wendy on.
Get Wendy on?
Yeah, we're going to call the store.
All right, we're going to get Wendy on the phone.
We're going to get Wendy on the phone. Let's see. Wendy, you're on the Stuart Buzz. How are you? We're doing fantastic, and you're a little bit of a psychopath. So
That's okay. That's why you love me.
okay, talk.
I love you, Wendy.
All right, you all calm
I
down.
love you.
All right, get over it.
Haley.
Get over
Hey,
it.
guess what?
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 I just accomplished the one task that you really wanted me to do today.
What?
What? Sweep?
Oh, I already did that. That was this morning.
Very good. I'm proud of you.
Yes.
After I taught you how to use the broom, I was very happy that you learned how to sweep. What did you accomplish? Okay, that worked out really well. Is it something I'll be excited about?
Yes, yes.
How
But
excited?
it's not for the public to hear. Well,
Scale of 1 to 10, how much will I love it? That really doesn't do much for me. And you said it's not for the public. That's a tad strange as well. So, go ahead, talk.
all I did was my job that you expected me to do, and I didn't do the other two, and I got it done today.
So
Yes.
that was all booked?
Yes.
It's exciting. Well,
Yes.
is Hunsley there with you today still? Hunsley's not there now?
Hunsley?
Hunsley. Hunsley, what are you doing over there when you can be by our podcast?
Hunsley, he has you. You're on the podcast, by the way. So I would just.
Be careful
Okay.
what you say. Be careful what you say.
Yes, sir, I will.
Would you like to be on the podcast visually? So why don't you hang up the damn phone and come into the store next door?
Okay.
You know the readings area.
you could come right over here in my seat,
Well,
my microphone.
you can share the microphone.
But no, I got.
Hang up, woman.
Goodbye.
Oh, hey, Hunsley, here. You wanna?
What's the story here?
Hold on.
What's the story here? Where are you going?
I gotta do. I have to.
Okay, I'm going to talk to Hunsley.
All right.
Hunsley, you sit down over here.
Hold on. Do you
These are
want to turn it off
cold.
because it's about to screech.
No, it's not. I put you. No,
It's not about to screech.
it's not about to screech.
Hold on.
You put that on there, and you just sit down right there, and you're on You're on the Stuart Buzz right now, just so you know. You could talk into the microphone. Tell everybody you said hi.
Hi, Stuart.
Okay, so this goes well beyond Stuart, by the way. This is United States of America.
Well, hi, America.
So Huntsley is an amazing friend of mine and Psychic and the Genie and pretty much everybody else around here. An awesome dude who we've known for many years right now, huh?
Yeah, about 4 or 5 years now.
Yeah, absolutely. And it was good to see you today, and you were inside the store. I said, who would I want more than, Huntsley? Nobody. Kaylee's my regular. She's my girl that is here. And we come here. And you know what Huntsley said to me? Huntsley said, wow, looks like you put on some weight, Chris? Not, hey, love you, brother, nothing like that. No. He just simply said that I put on some weight. Well, yeah, I got a bit of a back issue, and I don't walk as much as I was before, but I can really make your ears hurt like that.
Well, that's fine.
Okay, so yeah, I can do that.
My voice will just get louder in your ear.
All right. But anyway,
Yes.
So it's good to see you.
Well, it's good to see you too,
Looking
sir.
very Rastafarian. I like those dreads going on there and a little bit of gray in the beard. Is that, so you are going to be making a record label soon? Because that's kind of the way it looks.
No, sir.
You're not going to be doing that? No rapping? No, nothing like that?
No rapper, no.
Okay, so do you have any cool plans coming up, or do you
Cool plan?
have any insightful things you want to share with America here, and any spiritual stuff, anything about anything?
Yeah.
Life?
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm just thankful for today. Today is a good start of anything you want to do. Today is a good start.
That is a really good message. Be thankful for today, and be thankful when you wake up tomorrow. Before you hit your feet on the floor, this is what Gina used to say to me. Before you put your feet on the floor, say thank you, God, for another day. And that's her motto. Mm-hmm. Kind of what you just said. Be thankful for the today, and take one day at a time. And
don't be so critical on yourself. Life is already going to beat you up. Just be happy with you.
And when you think the things are happening to you when they're not supposed to be happening to you, everything is a lesson. And everything is a lesson, and you learn from the lesson. You become a better human being each and every time. Right. Trust me on that. I've been there. And they're all lessons in life. And I got to tell you, no matter what look you take on.
Unknown caller.
Wow, that was loud.
Yeah.
No matter what look you take on, I'll always know who you are.
Right.
It's just the way it is.
And well, you also had to look in the mirror and face your own self before you can help anybody else. Well, my motto is, when you get on the plane and it's about to go down, make sure you put on your mask on first before you help anybody else. So that's the best way I can look at life. It's like, make sure you put your mask on first before you help anybody.
Actually, they tell you to do that.
Yes, but life should be that way too.
You can't help anybody unless you help yourself first. That's kind of where you're going with that.
Correct.
How do you help somebody if you're in a bad place yourself? You typically can't.
You really can't, because you're not qualified for that. You're not qualified to help somebody because you're not helping yourself yet.
So people that get knocked down, it's best to wipe yourself off, stand up, and move forward.
Take accountability, understand it, and move forward.
Yeah, definitely. There's no reason to go backwards.
No.
To move forward. So, well, I was just saying, I'm looking outside at palm trees right now, being probably, 80 degrees outside, do you think?
Yeah, it's really nice today. It's like 80.
It is. It's nice outside.
Little breeze.
And I am blessed. I love Florida. I just do, for some strange reason. I don't like New York so much, where I'm from, but I do like Florida. And so what made you walk to or drive
Drive over
whatever the
there.
hell you do,
Yeah.
to the store today.
Well, it was also since I've known Chris about 5 years. I've known you about 5 or 4 years now.
Yeah, I'm fat now. Fat.
You a little chunky, okay?
I'm not chunky, dude. I still have a physique, you know.
I mean, you can, yeah. At least you can still tie your shoe. I get it.
I have guns still. I still have guns.
You got in your bag.
Well, my bag and, you know, here. Come on, there's guns right there, man.
Yeah, it's a little something,
Yeah. Listen, I'm old enough to be your dad.
You are old enough.
You got to remember that. I'm not a child. I'm an old man.
Well, you live in the dream.
I got the tattoo. For those of you who don't know, and everybody does know that my motto is living the dream, and it's muraled in the back of the store. Well, I finally got the tattoo on my arm saying living the dream too, so that's where he's going with that. But I am living the dream.
But you do have nice guns, though.
So what's your next plan?
My next plan? Who knows? God knows the next plan. The only thing I can do is keep living for today and keep being blessed and be able to be a blessing for somebody else.
Did you see Jeannie today?
I did. She gave me a big hug.
Oh,
She did. And you lucky.
Good.
They don't make women like that no more.
Well, she's a beautiful woman.
Yes, she is.
And, you know, she never had a bad thing to say about you. I got to tell you, she
Never
would,
had a bad thing to say about you neither.
she would always be like, "God, Huntley, where's Huntley been?" What, you know, so and I don't know if
I'm
you-
always working.
If you
always
don't,
working.
if you don't know this, I'm going to show you right now because you probably don't know.
I don't.
And I'm going to write HUNT. I have been messaging you March 10th.
Yes, you has.
And
Wow, you've been messaging me a lot. Well, you're not the only one that can tell me the same thing. I don't have the time to even pick up my phone.
but what I'm saying is you've always been in my thoughts.
I know. I appreciate you.
I do message you and I'm like, oh, he's not answering. I don't know.
Well, I came by here Friday.
What's today?
And today is Monday.
Okay, just making sure.
Yeah.
I don't know what day is that, which.
I know. Everything run together nowadays.
It does.
I mean, time go really fast.
So, and when you get to my age, you watch. I swear to God, when you get to my age, you're going to say, you're going to go to sleep on Monday and you're going to wake up on Wednesday.
Well, it already feel like I wake up on Monday. It's already Sunday.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
And how old are you now?
What? 37?
37 years old. That's pretty freaking old.
And
But my son's 34.
yeah.
So that's 37 years old. You still got a whole life to live. And that's,
That's a good thing.
yeah. So, what's your plans for work these days?
Well, I am a chef at the Nest.
The Nest?
Yes, sir.
The
It's off-
Nest.
The Nest.
Where's the Nest?
It's off of South Ocean.
South Ocean.
Yeah.
That's that way?
Yeah.
I-
The island.
So I work,
You've been there.
I have.
Yeah, you've been there once before.
Whereabouts in South Ocean? That's how good my memory is, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
But where, past Kyle G's?
Yes. Past Kyle G's.
It's past Kyle G's.
Yes.
Going north.
Yes. And it's on a
Is it where Petros used to be?
yes.
Oh, is it really?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, you work there?
Yes.
As a cook?
Yes.
Isn't it like a fine dining area?
Yeah. Okay.
Dude,
That's a good thing.
hamburgers and hot dogs are not a...
No. We steak, lobster.
No kidding.
Yes, sir. Not kidding at all. A really good menu.
Is it though?
Yes, it is. Really.
I'm not sure if I was there in Petros or when it was Nest.
Yeah, no, Petros. That's what your wife told me.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that's where you work. So we got to go there.
That's what she said for your birthday.
Oh my God, that's true. My birthday's coming up, May 22nd, by the way.
Yeah.
If anybody wants to bring me chocolate.
Yeah, you need more for the hips, right?
You know I had an eating disorder as a kid.
I'm not picking on you.
In order to say that I'm fat, now I'm going to lose 25 pounds. Jessica did that one to me. Boy, you put on some weight and I lost 25 pounds.
Well, the same thing with me too. I can lose it in 2 days.
Don't be like freaking telling me I can do it. But so I would love to go there. I would have to arrange if you can ever like communicate with us as to when you're working there.
Oh, well, I'm working there Tuesday through Sunday.
Tuesday, Wednesday. Well, so we could probably go on a Wednesday too.
Yeah.
Because Wednesday we try to take the day off. Not always though, but we try to.
But I thought Tuesday usually be your day off. Y'all usually take.
Back in the day.
Yeah, 2 years
That's
ago.
changed.
I'm sorry.
That's changed.
Yeah.
But wow, so that's a great job.
Yeah.
How'd you land that?
Being in the right place at the right time.
Wait, oh, there's Wendy.
Yeah. Hey, Wendy.
Hi, Wendy. What are you doing? Oh, so Wendy, come on over to the camera, just so everybody can see you here. Wendy does nothing and gets paid for it.
That's a good job to have. I swear.
Love my
I
job.
swear to God. You had to deal with him though.
That's okay.
That's the best part. That's the best part.
But Wendy,
Now that I've gotten to know the way that he works, it's much easier.
Yes, it is.
well, because I have a dry sense of humor.
Very dry.
It's okay.
It's not dry.
It's like saltine crackers.
It's like you can only eat one. You can only eat one.
Come on now.
Okay, no.
I'm a lovable little midget.
Oh, okay. So you're a muffin then. You're it's like a muffin.
Don't be calling me a muffin. That's fat.
Muffin top.
That's like calling it a Tootsie Roll.
Oh, Tootsie.
Tootsie. But then what would Wendy be? I mean, let's figure that out. We'll keep that to ourselves for now. Hey, did you know that he's a chef at a very cool restaurant?
No.
You might, if you go past our condo, you're going to pass the restaurant.
Yeah.
It's actually a really nice area over there for anybody that lives on Hutchison. So this may be not doing them justice because that's what it looks like. That's cooking your food.
No,
but
my hair is up and got the net on and everything.
That's right. One of the most kindest people that you'll meet is sitting next to us, and one of the kindest women are over here, and the other kind woman is sitting in front of us right now, ignoring us.
You're pretty kind.
Yes, you are. Very.
No, I'm me. I just read a lady just a little while ago, and I called her a crab ass. I mean,
Crab in a bucket. You should have called her.
I said, these people are 60-something years old, and they're acting as though they're 80. I'm like, what the hell are you doing with your life? I mean, really, I'm 67.
Okay, well, keep living.
Right, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, the best.
I'm 63.
Your best days already behind you. You go ahead and live those next 10 years.
I'm 63. I'm gonna live my life.
You want to skydive one day with me?
That's not happening. Listen. I'm more on the mechanical side of things, and I know that something can break.
Yeah.
We'll be there in 2 minutes, Wendy. All right. I don't want you. You have to go potty or something. You all right? All right. So, Huntley, I want you to say goodbye to everybody.
All right. Everybody in Florida, goodbye, guys.
And you can see or at least taste Huntley's food at where?
The Nest.
The Nest on Hutchison Island.
Thank you.
Go there and say, Huntley, thank you for cooking an amazing meal.
Well, it's just not me. It's everybody in the kitchen, too.
Understood. It takes a team.
Yes. And my chef, Tyler, he's a good guy. He's the best guy for the job.
Well, I think you would.
Zach, I'm sorry.
Well.
Zach, don't kill me if you hear this. So his name is Zach. Zach is a really good guy. So, and his birthday just passed. So happy late birthday.
Oh my Lord. All right. We're going to go now, guys. Everybody have a great day. What's your name? Kaylee, yell goodbye. All right. We'll see you later, guys. Bye.